Hello everyone and welcome to another Minecraft tutorial. Today I will be showing you how to make this. Basically what it is it's a SuperSmelter, which is also known as an industrial furnace machine. Basically it smelts 4 things at once. It's much better than one that just uses hoppers, but it's a bit bigger. I say a bit, I mean a lot. Basically, this one will evenly distribute them across all furnaces. It'll evenly distribute the items, so it doesn't mean that this furnace is doing all the work if you only want to smelt, say, 8 items. And basically, that's what it does. It is pretty big. It's 8 wide, 6 high, and number of furnaces plus 3 long. So it's actually so like you can add more furnaces, but I've only used 4 for this. In fact, in my MinePixel survival series, which is on a server called MinePixel, I've actually got one of these in my base, and it uses 8 furnaces. So that one's a bit bigger. It's almost twice as big, but it still works quite well. So let's see, if I chuck in some coal here, that'll start going out through these hoppers, and then it'll go like this, and then it'll get sucked out by the minecart, and then this minecart's gonna put it into all these hoppers, which are then gonna put it into the furnaces. Let me just show you. So as you can see, 20 coal has already gone into there. It's a bit weird, and somehow some item frames have got into there. Don't know how that happened. The distribution sometimes goes a bit weird. Sometimes not as many end up in this one, and more end up in this one. But after a while, it works better. And then if I look in this furnace, chest. And then we put some stuff in there. As you can see, they've activated except for this one. I'm not sure why. I think it has something to do with having a detector rail there. I think the detector rail here may have something to do with it. I'm not quite sure about that. I think the detector rail maybe makes it unable to... I think it's because it's powering the hopper in the minecart or something, and so it makes it not able to do it, or maybe it's powering the hopper. Not sure, but as you can see, we've already got 9. So pretty efficient, and you can imagine if you did it with, say, 100 furnaces, well, you wouldn't do it with that many because the minecart would despawn whenever you went away from it. If you went too far away from the minecart, then it would despawn. And if you did it too big, the chunks would unload, and then the minecart would get stuck. And let me show you how to build this. Okay, so what we got here is we got the chests already in. I just placed them in just then. But basically, what you want to do is, so you're gonna need, as I said, you're gonna need a 8 by however many furnaces you want. So in this case 4. Usually you'd either use 4 or 8. In the case of 8 you'd need 11 blocks long. In the case of 4 you'd need 7. So if you're going to do it exactly like me, then use a 4 by 4 area. Oh, what happened then? It placed and then was like, no, I'm not going to place. Yeah, look, see, I might have to report that to my gang. Yeah. Anyway, this one is going to be 7 long. So you need an 8 by 7 space if you're going to do one like this. If you're not going to do one like this, if you're going to do one with twice as many furnaces, then you're going to need it to be 11 blocks long. Okay, so basically what you want to do is you get the hoppers along there, as you can see, all running into each other and eventually running into the chest. Then you need furnaces on top of them, and then you need hoppers here. Now, what's very important is that you have this off-center, and you have the hoppers that are on the side running towards the center, if that makes sense. So this needs to be all centered. So we've got 3 on this side, and then we got 3 on this side past the hoppers. Okay, so that's very important. Otherwise, you're going to need to move your space that you're building it in, and that could be problematic potentially. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to basically get a block and put it here and here. So we want 2 blocks here. Now we're not going to eventually take these out, but I'd recommend not having this visible. Now what we want is actually, we don't want that. That's going to be on the other side. But yeah, so wrong button. Press left click instead of right click. But yeah, so we want to put blocks here, and then we want to put a block up and to the side. Okay, and this should go right to the edge of your space. If it doesn't, then you've clearly done something wrong. Maybe it's that you've put the chest right at the edge. That can be a problem. The chest does have to be 1 away from the edge. In theory, you could put the chest there and then put a hopper running into it, but for this example, I'm not doing it because I don't need to. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to put 2 powered rails here. Another thing to note is that the rails, now they will not work if your thing is facing north to south. It must be facing east to west. Okay, that can cause a bit of a problem sometimes, especially if you're like me and you're trying to show someone how to do this. But basically, so we want powered rails here and leave out this middle block, okay? Very important, leave out this middle block, okay? So we want powered rails on the edge blocks, just like so. And then we want these here, and then that's fine if it connects up because you can always redo it. But we need to take the rails in the middle, and then we need this right here. Stop connecting up, you minecart rails. Stupid minecart rails. Anyway, so we need to put some solid blocks here. Now, I forgot to mention this before, but the blocks on the end of the minecart rails must be solid blocks. Remember that. Must be solid blocks. If they're glass or some other not solid block, then it will not work. The minecart will fly off, or it will just not power. Yeah. If it's like a completely non-solid block, like a sign or air or something like that, then it will just fly off, and then you got a problem. But if you use only a semi-solid block like glass, for example, then it will just stop there, and then it won't work, and then you'll have a minecart stuck, and then the thing won't work. But anyway, so we want to put redstone blocks here. My first design had a redstone block there, and in fact that may actually work. I don't know why I didn't try that. Anyway, so we want to do that there, and that is this part done. But then what we want to do is we want to get a thing here. So we want blocks here, and we want a block up like that. Okay, so we want blocks along here. It needs to go to the very edge of the thing, of the space you've made, right? And then we need to do this, and this block needs to be up. Okay, we need to have a block up here. Now we want to put a repeater set to 4 ticks. Redstone dust here. Repeater set to 4 ticks. Block. Repeater. 4 ticks always, and another repeater. Now we can actually take out this block here, and we need to get a sticky piston and then put it there, and then so get a sticky piston and put it there, and then we want to do that same thing on the other side, but we need to do it a block higher because we're getting the power out of this and then putting it later into there. Yes, and actually the piston is very important. If you don't have a sticky piston, this will not work, which may be a problem for some of you, in which case you'll need to have the detector rail be here, and then you can take out this redstone block. So if you don't have a sticky piston, or if you don't have access to swamps or slime balls or something like that, then you can always put the detector rails here, and then it will work. And then you can get rid of this redstone block, and that will for some people that's a bit simpler. But yes, okay, so we need a repeater here, just like before, sticky piston here, just like before, redstone dust, just like before, repeater, block, repeater, and then what we need is, this seems to be working, but of course it's missing one thing, the minecart. But basically, so the next, we want to get the hoppers here, and we want this one to go up 2, as you can see there, and this one to go up 1. Now, this is quite important. We need to have the chests in the right spot. That's pretty important, I would say. But yeah, so the chests need to be in the right spot, otherwise it will not work, as you could expect. But yeah, and you might want to put labels on them, like I did here. I put some item frames, I put some coal, so it's charcoal on the fuel one, and iron ore on the other one, on the input one. And the way you know which one is which is that the fuel one is the one at the bottom, right? Okay, so remember that. Fuel one is at the bottom. Fuel one is at the bottom. But basically we're pretty much done. All we need to do now is we just need to put in the hopper minecart. So hopper minecart, and we just need to put a hopper minecart on that redstone block, and then a hopper minecart on that redstone block, or under that redstone block, next to and under, not on, and yeah, and then we just need to this, and then I think you're done. Now you just want to hook this up to a sorting system, and then you should be good. Tutorial for sorting system not included. Come back soon for my video on that. So thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, please remember to like, and yeah, I will see you all next time. But until then, goodbye! Are you not happy with your purchase of a SuperSmelter 9000? Well, deal with it.